Now, from Tefal, the world-famous non-stick cookware, comes new improved Tefal 3-Star with a longer-lasting double Tefal coating bonded to an aluminum pan that's 27% thicker. And now, as a special introductory offer, buy the 10-inch fry pan at the regular price of $16.99 or less and get this non-stick crepe pan, a $7.99 value, free. So look for Tefal 3-Star fry pan and free crepe pan, as well as the complete line of new improved Tefal, wherever fine cookware is sold.
I gave my wife a Philips massage kit and a makeup applicator kit, a manicure set, and a Philips lady shaver, and a whole lot of other nice things. I got them all together in this Philips beauty set. My wife thinks I got it for her, but at a time like this, I really think I got it for myself.
The Beauty Set by Philips.
Where's Johnny? Next door? He's eating out again. I can see why. Look, dear, when it comes to midweek meals, do yourself a favor. You mean favor. I mean new smooth and easy sauce and gravy makers.
There's so much you can do with Smooth and Easy, and it tastes so good. Quality ingredients you choose yourself, pre-blended and pre-cooked, so there's never a lump.
Well, who is the Pied Piper now? I guess smooth and easy.
Dress up your midweek meals in minutes with just 1 bar of Smooth and Easy.
Las Vegas, entertainment capital of the world. You can be part of the action with Skyway Tours. You'll fly from Calgary to Las Vegas and stay at the Westward Home Hotel, the Landmark Hotel and Casino, or the Mardi Gras Inn. Enjoy 3 or 4 exhilarating nights of non-stop action. Each package includes deluxe accommodation, baggage handling, and airport transfers, and much, much more. This year, let's get away to it all. Contact your travel agent or call Bonavista Travel at 271-0552.
The second half of our curling doubleheader today features 2 of the world's top rinks. In 1977, Ragnar Kamp won the World Championship, curling at home in Karlstad, Sweden. His opponent today is the Canadian men's champion, fast Eddie Lukowich of Medicine Hat. Lukowich impressed all those who watched him win the Brier in Vancouver and also compete at the World Championship, the Silver Broom, in Winnipeg. It's Ragnar Kamp against Eddie Lukowich. To describe it, Don Chevrier and Don Dugan.
Well, in a sense, Don, it's a bit of a second chance for Eddie Lukowich. There'll be no silver broom handed out here, but a chance to defeat a top-ranking European rink such as Ragnar Kamp's.
Well, Ragnar Kamp, in my opinion, Don, is probably one of the premier curlers in the world today. He throws left-handed. He has all the attributes to be probably one of the greatest curlers in the world.
Not short of confidence, is he?
No, sir. Boy, he's got lots of it.
Well, the confidence of youth is his. He won the World Championship, as Don said, in '77. And today, through 2 ends, they're tied against Eddie Lukowich. 1-1, single points on the first end for Ragnar Kamp and the second for Eddie. Now in the third, midway through, Lukowich is lying 1. He's playing the Yellowstones. This is going to be thrown by Mike Chernoff. Chernoff is the skip. Ed throws the last rock.
Lukowich is attempting to draw around that rock, but Mike Chernoff looks like he's taking a bit off that one, and he's wrecks on the guard and rolls in towards the center.
It could help him because Ragnar has last rock here in the third end, so there's a potentially useful guard for Eddie out in front. As third, Bjorn Rudström throws for Ragnar's team. 2 Rudström brothers, Bjorn at third, Haken at second, Christer Martinsson is the lead. With Ed Lukowich, Mike Chernoff, Dale Johnston, and Ron Schindel. The toughest shots in curling, the Rays. They pump it up near the 4-foot for shot.
You can see, Don, it's fairly exposed there, and Lukowich is asking Mike Chernoff to play the in-turn. He'll have to keep his weight up here because once he gets inside that center line, it has a tendency to curl. They jumped right on it. Schindel and Johnson really brushing it.
Good line if he gets it by. He does. The hit, a little bit of a roll. Shot rock belongs to Lukowich. That was the kind of shot making we saw by Chernoff throughout the Brier in Vancouver. He was tremendous for this Lukowich team from Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Looks like Rudström has thrown this one in. He's going to wreck on the guard. Whether a shooter's going to make the rings, I don't. They're sweeping it. Is it going to get in?
Yes, he got it there. His third shot with a biter at the front. So here comes Fast Eddie.
He is just a beautiful delivery, just so fluid, so smooth, beautiful release. And he's trying to draw around that red rock that's just out in front of the house there on the center line, but they're going to have to go on it.
Schindel way down low on that push broom. First Briar champions ever to use push brooms in modern history, and he just grazes his own and slides back in there at the back of the 4-foot. Some discussion down there that perhaps one of those Alberta curlers burned the rock.
Well, you see here, Don, they're really down low and they're brushing it. And you'll see as the rock is coming in, and they're just going to make contact with that other Lukowich rock and maybe go in behind the other guard. And I think from here it looks like maybe Dale Johnson may have just touched that rock, that stationary rock there, with his brush.
So that's it. They've taken it away. The Swedes very quick to point that out, and equally quick, the Alberta Briar champions say, yes, we burned it, we'll take it away. Here's Ragnar Kamp.
Ragnar's got a good chance to get a good hit and roll here. They're really sweeping it. He's got about 3/4 of the rock. He's got a beautiful looking shot and a great roll.
Undercover for shot.
And he leaves Lukowich nothing but a cold, cold draw to the 4-foot. And Lukowich, in this particular case, hopes that he gets buried. Boy, they're really working on this one. That rock is starting to curl. Is he going to get by that front one? Even if he gets by the front one, I don't think he can make it for shot. No, he's light.
Just ticks his own and was light. It'll stop out in front. And Ragnar Kamp has a chance now to pick up a pair.
You know the beauty of that one, Don? The rock that Lukowich threw, he hit the guard and rolled over, and he protected that one that's at the very back belonging to him, or Ragnar would have had a wide open hit for 3.
Well, he may be playing back ring weight to see if he can come down and just touch that far enough to get his 3.
He's drawing for the sure, too, and if they sweep it and it's on line, he may be able to tap that rock back. But look at that rock go. It's going sideways at the end.
He's out there in the long grass.
Boy, they're going to have to go. Is he going to make it?
Yes, he's just there to get his pair, but nowhere near that rock at the back that might have given him a 3 count. He gets 2, and it's a 3-1 game for Kamp now as we move to the 4th end of play. Lukowich is lying 1. That's it there at the top of the 8-foot ahead of the Ragnar Kamp stone.
Lustrom yelled right away. Now Ragnar calls him off it. Is that rock going to pull enough?
Got his own.
That rock must have jumped out quite a bit, Don, because they started sweeping right away, and then halfway down the ice they pulled up the broom, so it must have floated a bit.
Break for Lukowich and company. He'll be drawing here. 1 counter already.
And this is where the sweepers really have to be on the alert, because once that rock starts coming off that center line, it gets a little bit stickier. Now you see they jump on it. He doesn't want to line up a double. He wants to make sure that he's second shot, though.
He is. He's got it back. That's pretty tough in terms of a double. That's a pretty good position for him. Ragnar Kamp will play on that rock that has just been deposited by Ed Lukowich.
That's right. He wouldn't want to play that other shot because there is a chance he could drive it right onto his own. So he's playing the shot that is wide open. Maybe get a little bit of a raise. A little bit of a roll here. Too far. You want to roll that much to the inside, not to the outside.
So Lukowich with a chance to pick up a pair is, by all appearances, going to ignore the other rock on the right and just play the draw for it.
You just want weight control here. See Dale Johnson looking up. He's taking a good look at it. Sure enough, saying, look, he's got good. He's good. He just threw it their perfect way.
So he gets his 2 right back. That'll tie it up. After 4 ends of 3-all. Lukowich on the 5th end stole one, and Ragnar with last rock on the 6th got it right back. So you've got a real battle between these two underway.
Well, it is a real battle. And the nice thing about it, Don, there's a lot of rocks in play. There's a lot of good strategy going on and some excellent curling.
Interesting curling indeed. Hope you're enjoying it as we are here from the Coliseum in Monton. Let's go now to end number 7. Lukowich is lying shot rock now. We have 6 remaining. Ragnar Kamp indicating a pretty tough shot for Bjorn Rudström, his 3rd. Very narrow port to get down to that well-covered Lukowich stone.
The rock runs very straight there, Don. They have to hope that it curls right at the end so that he can come and make contact with that rock. But it looked like a touched rock there. Yes, sir.
Right away, Kamp fires it through, conceding that it was burned. You'll see it again. You'll see it jump just at the front of the house.
I don't know whether he hit it with his broom or his foot, but it appeared to me that he hit it with his foot. And that's the trouble with going through guards like that. You have to be very, very careful.
So we have a burned rock each in this game. Dale Johnston got in the way of one earlier.
Let me tell you, he had a good-looking shot there. Of course, Lukowich would dearly love to jump on this opportunity. It's a little bit of a break for him, and sure enough, trying to draw around the corner guard with the outturn.
He says, we've got that one covered. We'll leave it alone. We'll try to get a second one down this way. And he's got good weight. Mike Chernoff coming through again. We'll be up to the skips now, and the thirds have left each of them with a pretty difficult situation. Certainly Ragnar Kamp faces a tough situation.
Well, Don, you can see about 3/4 of the rock, but if he hits that 3/4 and gets a little bit of a roll, he'll be behind cover and shot rock. And they jumped right on it. They're going to have to go to get it by. No, he's going to rub the front one.
Uh-oh. He bumped his own up, though. He got a break. It slides back to the edge of the 4-foot, and I think it's shot. It is.
I'm sure Ragnar would have loved to have made the original shot that he wanted. He's opened it up now, and it's fairly wide open for Eddie Lukowich. The thing with this shot here, Lukowich would like to get a roll kind of out of play. He doesn't want to leave a pocket there where Ragnar Kamp can freeze to, so he wants to get a bit of a roll here. You see, they're really working on it. That rock is curling.
Good weight, holds it up, and he does get his roll. They pound it across as far as they can, under partial cover. Lukowich lies 3.
Well, Ragnar's facing a possible 4-ender scored against him, so he'd just like to come down in here and just nestle in this particular area here. If he gets a perfect freeze, it's going to be very difficult for Lukowich to get it out of there.
Well, you saw Rudström almost have the perfect shot. Similar situation. Let's see what Ragnar Kamp can do.
Boy, Ragnar's taken lots of ice, Don. He's taken a good 6 feet of ice, and that rock is hanging way, way out there. He might have misread this ice very badly here. Look at it. It's way out there.
Nowhere close. He's coming down to the one on the left. He'll touch it up, but the count is still 3. It's going to give Lukowich a chance to draw for 4. He does not have to be the least bit concerned about that yellow Swedish stone. He has to be up full on the 8-foot and collect 4 points and break this game open.
As they say in curling circles, Ragnar wasn't within a bull's roar of making that shot. It'll be interesting to see Lukowich's rock curl here, because he took about a foot less ice than Ragnar. Look at that one move over, Don. So there must be a little bit of a run in the ice there.
That's a strange patch on that side, but his weight is good. They work it up, and there you see 4. Eddie Lukowich now rockets into an 8-4 lead over Ragnar Kamp after 7 ends of play. And they can think back about that burned rock by Rudström, and then, of course, the strange behavior on that ice by Kamp's last stone.
Well, I really think he misread the ice there, because he took a lot of ice, Don. But you're right. That burnt rock, that changes the whole complexion of the end.
Certainly does. We'll get back to our match in just a moment.
It's in town, it's running, and it's for you. International Wholesalers' fantastic sale is on this weekend from 9 to 9 Friday and Saturday. A gigantic warehouse filled with top-quality, internationally known brand names. They're all on sale at savings of 25 to 75% off. Only 5 minutes from North Hill Shopping Center, Marlborough Mall, and downtown at 2020 32nd Avenue Northeast.
Everyday television comes into your home with sports, entertainment, politics. But you may be missing some of the TV picture if TV Guide doesn't also come into your home. TV Guide is the magazine in Canada that reports television from the inside out, how it helps shape our lives, our world. Get the whole picture about TV each week in TV Guide. This week's issue on sale now.
Ted Braden has been farming in southeast Saskatchewan for 25 years. He knows how important grain is to Canada. He also knows there's another multi-million-dollar industry half a mile beneath his feet, potash. CN knows this too. In fact, CN has invested $250 million in the potash industry since the 60s. You could say it was CN's responsibility. It's also good business. At CN, keeping Canada on the go is a business as well as a responsibility.
I, Claudius, am now about to begin this strange history of my life, of my family, of Livia, my grandmother.
I, Claudius, depict life in the Roman Empire. The treatment of this subject is in a frank and open manner which may not be suitable to all members of the family. We strongly recommend parental guidance. Watch I, Claudius, tonight at 10 on Channel 9, Cable 6.
Well, we've said it so many times in the past. A big end can break a game wide open. Now the pressure's on Kamp to come back.
Well, yeah, it's going to be difficult because Lukowich's team are really playing well, and it's going to be tough.
Okay, let's see how they meet that challenge here in the 8th end. He has last rock. He's down 8-4. This is Ronnie Schindel, and as is common practice with a 4-point lead this late in the game, the 8th end, throw it right through, and that's what he's done.
And Ronnie improves his stats.
You can't lose a point. In fact, you can only gain by doing that. Here's Christer Martinson, lead for the Kamp rink with an outstanding 80% mark today.
He's curling very, very well, and Ragnar Kamp in the 8th end here has to get something started. He'll throw a couple of rocks out in front, hoping the Lukowich team hits him on the nose so they can draw around him and get a little bit of protection. One is no good to Ragnar. He's got to get more than 2.
He knows how to build it, starting out by throwing corner guards. Chernoff, who calls the shots for this Lukowich team, wants Ron Schindel to take it off. He's curling at 72%. And with enough weight, it's going to roll over so as not to cause them any problems, although it is still going to remain in play.
You'll see it's about 6 inches from the boards, but there is a possible chance Ragnar could draw around that one. And let me tell you something. In this kind of competition, these curlers can do it. They can draw to a dime.
Martinson will be closer to the center line with this attempted guard.
Interesting here, Don. The team from Sweden, the Ragnar Kamp team, using corn brooms, a conventional sweeping method for North Americans, and the Canadian team using the brush.
If we didn't know better, we'd swear they traded sweaters. Dale Johnson.
And he's having an exceptionally good game, Don. 79%, boy. That's good curling.
He kills that front guard, puts another over on the right, still in play. His opponent at second is Hakan Rydström. Hakan curling at 63% so far.
And the cardinal sin here for Hakan, if he goes through the house, it's better short than through the house. Even if it goes in the rings, it's not a bad shot, but if he goes through, boy, it's a wasted rock.
Well, he's going to be on the rings. It'll stop in the 12.
The more rocks Ragnar Kamp gets in play, the better it is for him, because he's going to have to start freezing and try to give Lukowich a lot more tougher shots. So the more rocks he gets in play, the better off it's going to be.
He gave up 4 on the 7th end to trail Lukowich 8-4 right now.
Johnson looks like he's got a nose hit.
And he'll stay right there. That's a very useful rock, potentially, for the Swedish team.
And there's old Tanglefoot Schindel knocked over the bench.
Can't take him anywhere.
Maybe that's why there's been so many burnt rocks in this game.
If you knock over benches, they won't take it off. Just rocks. Good-looking draw here. Comes near, in behind the Lukowich stone. They get it back into the 8-foot, and Ed will kneel down and have a look at this along with Mike Chernoff.
Lukowich is taking a look at this one. It's pretty well guarded. And Lukowich won't be too upset if he comes down and either takes off the guard or makes contact with that shot rock. But he doesn't want to miss both of them. He wants to either get one or the other.
Look at that, 86% for Mike Chernoff today.
Well, that's unbelievable curling. 86%.
He hasn't missed much. Here, a very delicate shot. He's going to move his own over. It becomes shot and opens up the avenue down to that Swedish stone at the back.
I think Mike Chernoff just underthrew that one a little bit. He would have liked a little bit more weight, even if he had taken his own out and rolled into the open.
This is Bjorn Rudström, has curled 63%, the Swedish third.
This is an interesting call by Ragnar Kamp. He's asking to guard his shot rock. And the theory here, Don, is if they guard it, Lukowich comes along, hits it on the nose, then they'll draw around it again, and there's a chance that they could get 3 in this end, not 2. This is why he's playing the guard.
And yet, people will ask, if you're trailing by 4, why wouldn't he want it closer up on the rings?
Well, see, if he puts it too close, there's a good chance that Lukowich could make the double. And I tell you, Lukowich is doing a lot of gambling here. He's leaving far too many rocks in play, and this could backfire on him.
He leads by 4, as Chernoff again has a tough assignment here.
And boy, he's just throwing quiet weight again. See, now the rock is starting to move. He's got a good-looking shot. Is he going to come down to it?
Going to ease his own over, roll in the direction of the Swedish rock, and lie to. However, there's a chance for a double here, or at least a chance for Kamp to hit the shot rock and roll over toward the one on the right.
I'm telling you, Lukowich has done a lot of gambling here because if a good shot is made here, there's a good chance he could make the double, lie 2 behind the guards, and there's a chance he could get 3.
Well, the double is certainly there if executed correctly. They get off it now at the hog line.
It's starting to make a
move.
move.
What happens to it? Here it is. He has made the double. It stays on the rings, but ostensibly that's a double takeout for the Swedish team.
Don, this is just perfect execution. They swept it halfway down the ice, lifted the brooms at the hog line. You'll see Ragnar move over. The rock makes contact. Good action on the shooter. Just enough to punch it back to lie 2.
Great shot by Bjorn Rudström. Now it's up to the skips, Eddie Lukowich.
Lukowich can see this rock on the in-turn side. He has to be very careful. There's an opening there that he could make the double if he hits it just about on the nose.
Up there in the 80s, along with Chernoff at 3rd. They call him off. It hangs on that rock on the front. Staggers off his own. Sits right there, off the 12-foot at the front.
Well, Ragnar Kamp could play the guard right up about here, but there's always the danger that Lukowich could come along and maybe run the 2 of them. I would think to be conservative, maybe Ragnar Kamp should just draw over to this side, take his 3 points, and go down 1 down.
Well, it's a big chance for him to get back in the game. Here's his first rock of the end, Ragnar Kamp, 61% today.
He's elected to play the guard, Don, which is a good call. If he makes the perfect guard and Lukowich misses, he's going to consolidate his 3 points, but he's come in far too far.
Just touches his own and leaves it there in a cluster near the 4-foot. Quite a target for Eddie Lukowich with his last rock coming up. Remember, Ragnar has the final stone at the end.
Well, I think maybe Ragnar wanted to be out in front of the rings, maybe just biting the 12-foot. Came in too far, set up a double for Lukowich. Of course, doubles look easy, but you got to make them. Oh, he's got good-looking line.
Big weight. Well, he eased one over. He's got shot out of it. But Ragnar still has a chance for 3. He has second and third shot. And an opening in between those two to ease the Lukowich rock out.
You see you're 4 up, and the strategy by Lukowich has caused him a lot of trouble now. Ragnar's going to get 3 here, or could get 3 here and be right back in the game. But that rock has got a lot of curling to do. Has he got it?
Only on the corner, and he jams it onto his own. Lukowich steals 1. A great chance missed by Ragnar Kamp, and that makes it a 9-4 score. They become final now. 9-5 is the score. Lukowich over Kamp. And again, as we saw in the women's game, one big end proved the difference.
Well, one big end, but I'll tell you something. Ragnar Kamp could have gotten back in that game if he had made that last shot.
Yeah, it came down to that. He had a chance to really put the pressure on Eddie coming home, but was just that far away from making it and winds up on the losing end. So perhaps some consolation for Ed there. He beat a former world champion, although he certainly lost the championship he went for in Winnipeg in 1978. Next week, these two, Bernie Sparks and Rick Folk, will play.
A 9-5 victory for Ed Lukowich over Ragnar Kamp. The big end was the 7th, and in that 7th end, Ragnar, one of your stones seemed to react rather strange going down the ice.
Well, it might have picked up something. I don't really know. A little bit strange, but that's the game.
So you get an opportunity now on the loser's side of the draw.
Yeah, I guess we have, yeah.
Okay, let's move over to Ed Lukowich. You pick up $1,000. You move into the second round on the championship side. That big 4 was the big end, obviously.
Yeah, it sure was, and I think that what you said was right. I think Ragnar had a rock there, which must have had a chip on the bottom of it, because I noticed a few times it really floated back, although he made shots with it. They didn't work out as well. And that one certainly floated way back. Certainly wasn't that good a game for us either. I don't think we were mentally into the game. I made a few shots to keep us in the game in the early ends, and then the boys curled well after that, but it certainly wasn't one of our better games, and take nothing away from Ragnar either, but I think we're going to have to curl better than that.
Ed Lukowich, a winner in his first round match in the CBC Curling Classic. Next week, you'll see Bernie Sparks against Rick Folk. Now, for Don Chevrier and Don Duguid, I'm Don Whitman saying good afternoon for the CBC Curling Classic here in the Monton Coliseum.
NFL football action is back tomorrow afternoon as the Philadelphia Eagles meet the Minnesota Vikings. That's at 2 o'clock Eastern on CBC.
Disco